Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a good day. If you have been paying attention to the crypto market, well, let's just say the US government is opening again, and with that, the entire crypto market is showing a little bit of confidence return. This is a short-term economic improvement, which is, pretty much allowing investors to re-enter the market, but in the long term, let's just say they've lost a little bit of trust with the US management, which is obviously going to push more people into buying crypto. Exactly what happened with Russian government when they decided to, go against Ukraine, because their ecosystem decided to collapse and the people decided to resort to some other currency, which usually turned out to be Bitcoin. Now let's talk about Dogecoin. Did you see today Dogecoin was able to pretty much recover from its critical support area, which is actually close to 15.5 and now broken above 18 cents. At the same time, ETFs sold over 9,000 Bitcoin in the last 1 week, which is nearly $1 billion, while Dogecoin may face a further decline after 18-cent resistance rejection. If we're able to stay over 18 cents, we got a long way to go, but if we do fall below it again, there's a chance that we might be experiencing a little bit of a downfall. While top Dogecoin holders dump 3, not million, billion as meme coin prices plunge. That's worth about $500 million. And below 16 cents support starts thinning for Dogecoin, the next meaningful demand will be close to 7 cents, which I'm very certain a lot of you guys don't want to see. And currently, as Bitcoin is making a recovery, maybe 112,000 may be the next point where we will be able to recover. Now, before we carry on, if you guys are here for the first time, you want more important videos like this, make sure you scroll down and tap the red subscribe button, and also turn on your notifications so you can stay up to date with the latest and the greatest news relating to crypto first. And while there, drop a like on it. Let's go for a like of 42. I know you guys love me, and I know and I love you guys so much. That's why I break these videos out for you, and I know we're gonna hit that like goal, so make sure you go down and slap a like on it. Now let's get back into this. This is really critical. If you first of all pay attention to the open interest for Dogecoin, you can see it's up about 3%, even though the market was able to recover from like 16 to 18 cents. With the long to the short ratio, with the price going up, the long to the short ratio is still in favor of long traders, sitting close to 78%, as I know majority of them are trying to aim for that 22 cents. If they're able to smash it, there's good days, that's all I'm gonna say. And top 4 US economic events in Bitcoin's path to 110,000. First of all, the CPI and jobless data may decide if Bitcoin will get to 110,000. And the US shutdown deal lifts the sentiment, and as I just mentioned, there's a short-term confidence return into the market, and that's why the fresh liquidity is finally entering. And that's exactly the words they used as well, which is the fresh crypto liquidity is triggered, and this can, be pushed even higher if everything just goes back to normal. And on the other end, you can see the CPI and also the PPI is coming, and that can actually favor the Bitcoin price, pushing it maybe above 110,000, which could maybe face a little bit of resistance close to 112. With 101,000, the next key support zone for Bitcoin sits around 93,400. So if we do decide to see a little bit of pullback, expect the price to fall under 100k, because there will be a lot of sentiments which will turn red, especially this time around where the market was able to slowly make a recovery, but that recovery gets denied. There's gonna be a little bit of a pullback, and that pullback this time around, if you talk about the sentiments and you talk about the emotional barrier close to 100k, can be broken. That's all I'm gonna say. And Japan considers mandatory registration for crypto custody system providers. I mean, this kind of makes sense, because the new proposal requires crypto system providers to register, limiting use to approved platforms. The measure follows the 2024 DMM Bitcoin hack, highlighting the risk of outsourced management, and currently they're trying to secure as much money as possible for their population. And the longer Bitcoin stays below the STH, the realized price is close to 112, as I just mentioned. Breaking over 112,000 will pretty much trigger the next rally for Bitcoin currently. The higher the probability of a move towards the realized price, which is 56,000, and which is very unlikely currently, but if we're not able to recapture 112,000 quickly, there is a chance of a pullback. And Bank of England opens constitution on Bitcoin registration or stablecoin regulations, because just keep in mind, under the new proposal, systematic stablecoin issuers will be permitted to hold up to 80% of the backing assets in the short-term UK government debt. For the remaining 40%, issuers will be permitted an access to accounts to ensure robust redemption and public confidence. So you can say the governments, rather than going against stablecoins, they're trying to regulate it to make it more safer. And this will just become a digital form of payment system which can be used by the general public in a lot of different ways. I mean, if you just go and talk about Dubai or Middle East, you come to realize that that's already happening. There's so many places you can pay with crypto, and that's exactly what they want to do when it comes to, you know, digital stable coins. And US Senate votes for the end of the longest government shutdown in history. This is going to be the way that Trump will be able to push the next rally for the entire crypto market. And if it goes in his favor, let's just say the liquidity is going to pretty much allow for the crypto market to make a recovery. And Bybit in talks to acquire the Korea's fourth largest crypto exchange. Bybit is going on a spending streak, you can say, or the buying spree. And currently they're in Korea. They want to get involved as quickly as possible so they're able to make more profit from everything that is happening. And as the market is in a little bit of uncertainty, there's going to be more buying. And President Trump, who says we're getting close to the US government shutdown ending, you will know very soon. And with very soon, it could be in just under 24 hours. And Dogecoin may test the 18-cent resistance as the bull drive the weekly gains. Just understand this. If Dogecoin wants to climb, the best way to do it is get over the 18 cents and hold it. This has happened at the end of 2024. The same pattern is following. November has been historically one of the best performing months, and now we're just waiting for the explosion to start before the buying spree starts in December. That's all I'm going to put it in a better form. And Bank of England softens the stablecoin stance with the new proposal. As we just talked about this, it's really critical for you to understand that stablecoins are actually going to be the next future for majority of the transactions. And Bitcoin government holding is definitely having a big stance. And keep in mind, if the whole US shutdown is finally ended, it's definitely going to bring in a lot more liquidity from the government as well. And Dogecoin's repeating cycle suggests a potential long-term rally despite the whale sell-off. I mean, the sell-off is very strong, but even then, if the market's able to recover, there's a lot more upside potential in the tank. Nothing I said today is financial advice, just my personal opinion. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you guys soon.